A student at RHS started his junior year 3 weeks late. We explain why.
Yearbook has a new teacher this year. All this and more on an all-new TigerCast News, September 4th, 2015.
From Eye of the Tiger, this is TigerCast News. Broadcasting from Studio 403 at Roseville High School.
Good morning and welcome to an all-new TigerCast News. I'm Billy Menard.
And I'm Alex Gonzalez.
One RHS student missed the first 3 weeks of school due to being stuck on the opposite side of the world.
What started as a peaceful vacation lasted longer than expected for junior Munir Zaria and caused him to miss the first 3 weeks of school. We sat down with Munir's family to find out why he was stuck on the other side of the globe.
When we go to Saudi Arabia to visit his mother, grandma, the cousins, the rest of the family, Hannah and Munir are required to have Saudi passports. And the story is that this year Munir had to renew his passport, and because it had expired, but there was a problem with his birth date. It had been incorrectly recorded probably about 10 years ago or more, and his passport, what they had in their system, it didn't match. So they said they couldn't give him a passport, they couldn't renew his passport, and the passport was required to leave the country.
Munir's father gave us further insight on why it was such a complicated process to figure out how to get back home.
This is a very sensitive issue actually to me because before our vacation I knew what the problem is, and I knew the difference in the date, and I tried to do my homework and tried to get as much information as possible. I mean, I went everywhere, internet, talked to people, emailed, checked everything, just to get as much information as I can, so when we go there we don't have surprising.
Well, you filed the application.
And I filed the application a year ago and they lost it. Did I did enough research? I can't tell because I really don't know. I did everything I can, but is it enough or not? I don't know.
Well, they lost the file, and that's what caused the problem. Well, the original problem was caused by the wrong birth date many years ago. The second problem was that the application to change it was lost, and that was the main. Yeah. And that's, if it hadn't have been lost, we would have come back on time.
It is complicated. It is complicated, but hey, we're here. It's over. It's behind us.
A tough last-minute decision was made. Munir's mother and sister had to go back to the States.
It was very difficult making the decision to come back, and in fact, we were all supposed to come back on August 7th. We all had our plane tickets for that day, and when we realized, I didn't want to just make the decision that we were not going to come back here until the very last minute. So we waited until the day before we had to cancel our tickets. And I work also, so I just sent an email to my work. I said I'm going to be another week. So I extended my vacation thinking, okay, maybe we'll be able to take care of it in the next week. And after that week, when we realized it's going to take longer, we had to make the decision for Hannah and I to come back. In fact, I was a little bit worried about Hannah getting out of the country. So we wanted to make sure we weren't going to have any more problems. But that was very difficult, and it took a lot of thought.
Residing at their grandparents' house, Munir's dad treasured the extended time at Saudi Arabia to spend time with his son.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we were in one room, both of us, and we had dinner together. We did almost everything. Yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner, everywhere we go, and yeah.
I asked Munir what he missed most about America.
Just my house, I guess. Just like being here. I mean, like I just missed my pets. Just, I don't know. I just have everything here, so it's just kind of nice to, yeah. And the weather too. I like the weather a lot more.
You can read more about Munir's story in Tutoring's Eye of the Tiger. Now we go to Jason Russell with sports.
Thanks, Alex. There's been a major construction project going on at Roseville High School since June. The main goal of this project is to completely redo and renovate the girls' softball field. We go down to Sam Toomey with coverage of the construction on the softball field. And Sam, can you give us a brief description of what exactly is taking place?
Thanks, Jason. The main reason the softball field was upgraded was due to the fact that the softball field wasn't as functional as the baseball field. I interviewed head landscaping architect Andrea Strelo about this project. She talked about the improvements that her team is making to the field.
The new additions, what we did was put all new backstops and shade shelters in, and we are redoing all the surfacing.
That sounds like a major improvement to what was there before. And I have a note here with me that says that this project has been delayed multiple times. And this whole thing started in June and was expected to be done already. Sam, can you explain what the delays have been and now what the new deadline is?
Well, Jason, there were two main delays. The first being the crew had to maneuver around a water line. The second, the shade shelters for the dugout. I talked to Andrea Strelo about this. The shade shelters come from a company in Michigan, and there's a 6-week lead time of ordering, so there was just a delay in getting the shade shelters. All these delays have caused the softball field to possibly be finished within a month.
So Sam, obviously the new renovations to the softball field will have an effect on the softball players. Have you been able to get a sense on what their opinions are on this whole process?
Jason, the improvements to the field should have a positive impact. I spoke to varsity softball player Allie Monzo about her thoughts on playing on the new field.
I think it'll make a big impact because it'll get us more excited to play and more excited to be out there, and we won't be taking ground balls off the face, and it'll just be easier for us.
I can only assume that all the players are excited to play on the new field. Now back to you, Jason.
Thanks, Sam. The crew has been working on the field and has put in months of hard work, and it will certainly pay off for the softball players for years to come. Now we send it out to Josh Carson, who has information about our football live stream tonight.
Hey, what's up, Tigers? This is Josh Carson reporting live from Hanson Field. I want to let all of you know, if you can't make it out to this Friday's home football game versus Rio Linda, we are live streaming the game. TCSN is bringing it to you live. In order to tune into the live broadcast of the full game, just go to iTheTigerNews.com. We hope to see you out here at the game on Friday night or tuning in live to our broadcast. As always, go Tigers.
This game will also be televised due to the Tigers winning the KCRA 3's Game of the Week. Now over to Austin Collins for entertainment.
Thanks, Jason. We Are Your Friends came out last Friday. The film is a drama starring Zac Efron about an up-and-coming DJ from the San Fernando Valley. The movie follows Efron and his friends as they chase the ever-elusive dream of fame and fortune in Hollywood. While I respect the unique take on life on the other side of the Hollywood hills, the not-so-glamorous side, the movie fails to follow through on its plot and character development. Filled with numerous holes left unexplained, the plot left much to desire. And while the movie was all about a group of friends from the Valley, the lack of character development ensures that you don't care about any of them. Overall, while this movie was something different and had the potential to be a solid drama, the poor execution made it just another mediocre drama that belongs on Lifetime. And that's why I'm giving We Are Your Friends 2 out of 5 stars. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain dropped this Tuesday on Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3, and PC, bringing us a new entry into the acclaimed Metal Gear series, filled with tactical espionage and the addition of a fully dynamic open world set in 1984 Afghanistan. We now go back to Billy for more news.
Starting this year, the Tiger Tutoring program will have extended hours. The program, which is now open from 2:30 to 4, will make it more accessible for students.
We changed the hours for the tutoring sessions this year based on just previous experience in the past. We've always struggled to find adult supervision on Mondays because the teachers all have collaboration, administrators have collaboration, counselors, everybody has collaboration on that day. So it's just really difficult to find consistent supervision on that day. And then Fridays, I just found over the last 2 years that we would typically have maybe 2 to 3 students that would come in, and they were mostly, it felt like on Friday they were just kind of waiting for a ride.
Roseville High School has a new yearbook teacher this year. Cameron Anderson has a story.
AP government teacher Dana Dooley has decided to take on being the yearbook teacher this year.
Well, I do have a background in journalism, and so I had been really looking for an opportunity to not only be able to apply that skill set to help out the school, but then also to be in more of a mentorship or a coaching capacity to help students.
Even though it's still earlier in the year, student Julia Nolan already sees progress within the class.
First week, Ms. Dooley had formed alliances with Student Gov and Ritter's class, and I feel it's really going to help us because we're going to have like a stronger connection to the school, and she's really determined and hardworking and really wants the class to be good.
With a larger enrollment and a new teacher, Julie hopes to take the class to the next level.
The cool thing about Yearbook is that it's a history book of the school. So we want to be as holistic as possible in our coverage of classrooms, of clubs, of student activities, of sports games, of so many different aspects of what it means to be a Tiger.
That's it for us today at TigerCast News.
And remember, we're always on eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.